We are in a world where financial stability and prosperity are sought after by many, but it's only a few people that get to that height. Our natural tendencies make us curious about the habits, strategies, and mindsets that set wealthy individuals apart. And then we begin to ask ourselves, what allows some to accumulate wealth while others struggle to make ends meet? Well, today I'll dive into the intricate web of behaviors, choices, and perspectives that distinguish those who have achieved financial abundance from those who don't. By dissecting these practices, I aim to demystify the concept of wealth and offer insights that can empower us on our unique journeys toward financial success. So, let's fasten our seatbelts and get ready to hear things that may blow our minds. And at the top of my list, rich folks employ wealth-building strategies. Millionaires, especially those who've paved their way to success, are all about being on top of things, and that's why they strategize. Yeah, they've got their game plan down pat. They're all about saving every penny they can, hustling for multiple income sources, and playing it smart with low-cost index funds and real estate investments. These folks aren't just following the crowd, they have a unique approach to building wealth. And next on my list, rich folks do live below their means. You know what gets me? When someone's earning a modest paycheck, and the minute they get a raise, they decide it's time to upgrade their whole lifestyle. Seriously, isn't that a bit, dumb? I mean, here's the deal. When you're splurging more than what's coming in, it's like trying to get trapped on a never-ending merry-go-round of debt. And that, my friend, is a one-way ticket to financial drainville. You're spending money you don't even have yet. And that's a recipe for trouble. And knowing this is what keeps the rich people on top. Next, rich people pay off debts and don't use credit cards. According to the Federal Reserve, at least 40% of American households suffer from excessive spending. And the problem with personal debt is that it can become a prison. Have you ever asked yourself, why don't rich people make use of credit cards? Well, it's because people who are wealthy and out of the matrix knows that credit cards are a system by which banks funnel money from your accounts to their purse. The system has been rigged to keep you poor, and don't get me started about their ridiculous interest rates. Some banks even charge more than 20% interest on credit cards, and with these rates, most people pay only the bare minimum each month, increasing their debt. And next, rich folks don't break the bank on houses. You might be wondering how possible. Although rich people live in pleasant and fancy apartments, the money they pay for this luxury is only a fraction of what they possess. We've all heard about the $200 million mansion the power couple, Jay-Z and Beyoncé, just bought. Hearing about this amount sounds like a lot, but do you know this home is less than 10% of its net worth? As the power couple boasts of a $3 billion net worth, wait and let that sink in for a minute. This house is just a fraction of what they possess. So for the rich, it's not about the amount, but how it affects their bank. So while some of us spend more than 50% of our income on houses, don't forget the rich folks spend less percent on their crib. Next, wealthy people invest. Imagine you have a little pot of money like your savings. Most people might just let that money sit in a bank account, earning little interest. But wealthy folks, they're a bit different. They get that money can do more than sit there. They understand the power of cash flow, which is a fancy way of saying that money can make more money. So, what do? They put their money to work. Instead of having it gather dust, they invest it in things like stocks, real estate, or businesses. These investments have the potential to grow over time, generating more money. That's the cash flow part. Think of it this way. If you own a rental property, you'll get rent from tenants monthly. That's money flowing in and doing the work for you. Similarly, if you own shares in a company, you might get dividends, another cash flow source. Rich people don't just rely on their job income, they let their investments bring in additional money. This can help them build wealth faster and have financial security in the long run. It's like having multiple streams of income, and it's a smart move if you want your money to work as hard as you do. Next, rich folks have this clever strategy called diversification. It's a fancy way of saying they don't want to put all their money in one place, like not stuffing all their eggs into a single basket. Instead, they spread their wealth around, like making a money pizza with different slices. Why do they do this? Well, it's like a safety net for their money. If they just put everything into one investment and it goes south, they could lose a lot. But by spreading their money into different things, they reduce the risk. The stuff they invest in usually has a good chance of growing over time. Think real estate, stocks, or even starting a business. They're not just tossing their money into random stuff. They know these investments can make them even more money as they grow. Plus, there's the bonus. These kinds of investments also help them fight against this thing called inflation. Inflation is when the prices keep increasing and your money can buy less. But when they invest in something that grows, it's like a shield against inflation. Their money stays valuable even when prices are on the rise. Another thing that separates the rich is that they are all about personal growth. You see, it's not just about the money, it's about the mindset. Wealthy individuals are like personal growth champions. They're on a continuous journey to become the best versions of themselves, and they go about it with an extra dose of determination and enthusiasm. One thing you'll notice is their voracious appetite for knowledge. They don't just read books for the sake of it, they devour them with pure enjoyment and curiosity. It's not about reading for a specific purpose or to impress others, it's about the sheer pleasure of learning and expanding their horizons. They make it a mission to understand that book and every piece of information it contains. But it's not just about how they spend their time reading or learning. Wealthy individuals are hyper-aware of how they use their emotional and mental resources. They know that emotions and mental energy are finite, precious resources, and they're incredibly mindful of where they invest them. They actively seek out positive influences and experiences that uplift and inspire them. Whether surrounding themselves with like-minded, ambitious individuals or participating in activities that nurture their creativity and passion, they're deliberate in their choices. They guard their mental space, removing negativity and toxic influences that can drain their energy. Personal growth for the wealthy isn't a chore, it's a way of life. It's about harnessing their potential to the fullest for financial success and a fulfilling and meaningful life. And last on my list, I've got rich folks playing it smart by seeking expert advice. When it comes to managing their money, the wealthy take it seriously. They don't just wing it, they've got a secret weapon: financial experts. It's like having a coach for your money game. These experts are like financial wizards. They know all the ins and outs of money management. Rich people rely on them to make intelligent and confident choices about where to put their dough. It's like having a GPS for your financial journey. You're less likely to get lost. But that's not all. The rich stay in the loop. They're like financial news junkies. They keep an eye on what's happening in the money world. Why? Well, it helps them spot good opportunities. It's like they've got a radar for the best places to invest. So, unlike people in the poor zone, rich folks don't go at it alone. They've got financial experts on their side, and they're always keeping an ear to the ground for the latest money trends. It's all about making those savvy money moves and staying ahead of the game. And those are just a few of the many ways that the wealthy do things differently from the rest of us. From hiring financial advisors to making investments, it's clear that being rich does unusual and uncommon items. And to be on top of our finances like them, we must emulate their behaviors. Thanks for listening, and join us again next time for more insights on life and society. Have a great rest of your day.